What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
What's good? It's night right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating and drinking. Look a damn mess, just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? It's me, L Teddy 27, and I am back for yet another review. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be our review for Insecure. It is season 5. It is episode 9. It is entitled, I think it's Out. Okay. If it's not, it'll be somewhere around here. I think that's the title. I don't remember. I didn't write it down. Anyway, so second to last episode, shout out to my panelists, Really B TV and Darren Green TV, who we've been breaking down each episode this final season. We'll be on Really B TV's channel. Check us out this evening. I think around 6 o'clock or something like that. Anyway. Yeah, there was a lot this episode. I did enjoy this episode. I really did. But we'll get there. So we start off and go to my notes. Issa and Strugglebeard. Nathan are apartment hunting. I guess they've decided to take the plunge and move in with each other. Worst move imaginable. Just the worst goddamn move that you could ever dream of making. I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's the dumbest thing on earth. But who the hell am I? Anyway, they find this great apartment. They're out. They're so happy about it. This, that, and the third. Baby, they talking about all these things and plans that they got and so forth and so on. And come to find out, the realtor or whatever guy that's showing them the apartment is like, oh yeah, I just rented it out. Girl, because you about to turn this whole apartment into a whole murder scene. Okay. You won't be renting this one out because this is about to be a whole murder scene, okay? Try a mess. That was so disrespectful. Disrespectful. Anyway, we then see Molly at work. Now, we find out Taurian done got partner. And her and Taurian are just real, like, they have this real, like, weird vibe about them now when they're around other coworkers. And everybody know they fucking. Everybody's like, so they fucking, right? And everybody, another girl was like, yeah, they fucking. Everybody can see it, honey. We'll get to those two in a little bit. Lawrence is I don't know if he's at his apartment or if they're at Chad's apartment or if Lawrence is staying with Chad. I don't know. If y'all have clarity on that, y'all let me know because I don't know. They're at one of their apartments. And he's talking about, perhaps in the house and so forth, but he doesn't want to settle. And then it comes to the conversation about Issa and how because he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to Derek and Tiffany's going away party. And Chad was like, why not? That's your dog. That's your favorite, like, because Issa's gonna be there. And so Chad goes into this whole conversation about how did you let that get away? Like, why didn't you fight for her? Like, why wasn't it a deal for you? Why did you just let her just say, okay, this is it, and let that be that? Why didn't you fight for it? And so it gives Lawrence a whole lot to think about. You see the wheels churning and the gears grinding in his head because he was like, damn, I kind of did like let that go without even fighting for it. Anyway, so we get to the big party, okay? Not Issa. Tiffany and Derek's going away party. It's at their parents' house, big, nice palatial estates. All of the fixings, wonderful decor, great vibe. The food looked good. All of that, everything was there. Everybody was there. Amal was there. Kelly was there. Molly came. Everybody was there. We'll talk about some guest appearances that we saw. So Issa comes, and of course Kelly's there. I loved that outfit Kelly had on with her titties pushed up. Hated the dress that Tiffany had on, but I'm not a fashion guru guy. I'm sure the ladies probably love Tiffany's dress. Shit looked like something out of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, like something a clown should be wearing. But whatever. They seem to like it, so I guess it's cute or whatever. So Issa and Strugglebeard roll up, and there's this whole thing about Derek was like, yeah, anybody need a toaster, and that's how they find out that Issa and Strugglebeard are moving in together. And they were like, oh, that's good. So then Molly rolls up with Taurian. Molly done brought Taurian. She got her man with her, honey. I guess they done decided that they finna do this whole thing. Taurian is growing on you. Like I'm saying, aesthetically, Taurian is getting cuter and cuter the more you see him. Some people you see and meet, at first they ain't that cute, but then the more you see them and the more you are around them and the more you have them in your space, the cuter they get. Some people actually have to grow on you, and that's kind of where Taurian is for me. So he brought some trash edibles. They said they were like, "Oh, you brought me a gift." They were like, "Oh no, this is trash," and they were like, "Why are you carrying around trash and garbage?" Anyway, he had to brought some edibles that he decided he was gonna get them, but then he went to the side with Molly and was like, "Yeah, I see this is not really that type of party, so I don't know what to do with these good edibles." And Molly was like, "Okay, don't worry about it. We can take it together." They take an edible, and the rest is history. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So they both eat the edible, Molly and Taurian. So Lawrence comes, finally arrives with Constellation and the Lion King, and so forth, and they having their whole little thing. Struggle beard, Nathan sees Lawrence, and he was like, "Oh, that's him, huh?" He was like, Issa was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, he came down." Issa was like, "Nah, he moved down. Like he moved here a couple months ago or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, he moved here to be closer to his baby mama and his kid." And she was like, So you can already feel the vibe that Nathan wants no parts of Lawrence. No parts. But my thing about it is this, Nathan. If I'm with somebody and we at a party and their ex comes, why the fuck am I bothered? That's the ex. They want what I got. Or maybe they don't want what I got, but I'm not worried about what the next man doing, or I'm not I'm not concerned. I don't have fear about the next man, your ex, unless I know I have reason to have fear. And if you have reason to have fear or be scared or feel some type of way about the ex being there, the problem is not with the ex. The problem is with the person who you're with. This is misplaced anger, okay, and aggression, Nathan. Anyway, um, then who arrives? Dro. And Molly turned around like, what? Who? What? Yes, that Dro. The Dro that was married and blowing her back out. That Dro came and rolled up in the party. I was like, oh, oh. Anyway, and you know what really we had just been said a couple weeks ago on our panel, like, where's Dro? Like, who's coming next episode? Daniel? We gonna see Daniel next episode? That's the only person y'all ain't rolled up out here. Where's Daniel? Where's Andrew? So I fully expect to see Asian Bay and Daniel next episode. I'm just saying. Anyway, so they split up. The men's go over here in one little corner huddle. The women go into the in the house. So we see the men's first. Now, oh, I forgot the little part with. So Amal was there. Amal was like, tells Tiffany, "Girl, you ain't give me nothing but the typical gays at this party. You ain't give me nothing to look at. Nobody I would want." And she was like, "Did you see Rolando over there?" And he looks. And I was like, "Now, if I'm being perfectly honest, Rolando ain't the cutest. Amal has some cuties. Rolando ain't the cutest. He ain't bad looking, but he ain't the cutest. But Amal made a beeline over there to Rolando and started doing what he do. Anyway, that was real cute. So then we get to this part where all of the men's are huddled up over there by, I think they were by the pool or something, off to the side or whatever. Everybody there. Amal's sitting there booed up with his new boyfriend. Damn, they're talking about, oh yeah, Rolando said he think I'd be cute with a Caesar or whatever. My man or whatever. Girl, y'all met 2 seconds ago. But girl, that's how we do. That's how the gays do, girl. You meet 5 minutes, and 5 minutes like y'all been dating for 5 months. Girl, that's how we do, girl. It is what it is, honey. But it was a little too fast. That was a little too fast, honey. Anyway, so everybody there. Chad there, Derek there, Torian there, um, Lawrence there, Nathan there, everybody in this little huddle. Dro is in huddle. I like everybody. So then we have this whole pissing contest between Lawrence and Nathan, all about fucking barbecue. Well, we have these metaphors and allegories being thrown out about barbecue, and oh, if you like the Houston barbecue, so what you wouldn't have to leave. And no, we have great barbecue over here. And girl, let's just y'all should stop talking to Code. Be like, listen, we talk about Issa Cooch. Issa Coochie Cooch is a barbecue, and we put our sauce on her barbecue. Okay. Ooh, I'm dropping shit. I ain't dropping y'all. I promise y'all. I just. Oh. Oh, that's what y'all. I was like, what drop? I touched this. A shot glass. I dropped that. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Chat. So there was that whole pissing contest. I was like, girl. At that point, I was like, can y'all just go ahead and fight? Not knowing what was coming later. Because I was like, y'all might as well go ahead and have a knockdown drag out. But I will say this whole little huddle scene, bitch, was cute. Because you had all of these misses just as cute and fine all in one place. Various shapes and sizes and colors and hues and muscles and rippling. And, ooh, I thought it was going to turn into like a gangbang scene down to readitraw.com or something and get my whole life or something. Baby, it was real cute, child. You could have put me right on in the middle of this good circle, and they would have been, child. They would have called, you know, L Teddy does LA, like Debbie does Dallas, L Teddy does LA. Because, baby, they would have been doing me all in that. Anyway, child, they got a little hot. Let me, oh, child. Damn myself, honey. Cause, ooh, child. Get, get. Anyway, it was a hot little scene. Like all of them in one area, it was like you. I really got to appreciate all of these beautiful menses in one area. Kudos to production and editing. So then we cut away to the girls inside the house. So it's the four girls. They together. They talking. You know, hey. Tiffany said, "Oh, I'm coming down for Molly's birthday." Derek says it's okay. Issa was like, "Yeah, we need to do that. We could at least, all get together, have a girls' trip, or everybody come together for each other's birthday. This, that, and the third. Dot 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 dot." In the middle of the conversation, who rose up in the house? Cumulonimbus clouds, along with the Lion King. So she rolled up in there, and there was this awkward conversation between her and Issa. But they kind of like it was weird. It was like, "Ugh," but then at the end of it, it was like, "Okay, girl, I see you. You see me. We good. We cool. Ain't no tension. Ain't no beef. Everything's okay." And that was that. So then, Molly goes outside, and who she run into? Dro. Her and Dro have a whole conversation. We find out Dro is divorced. Dro got some new chick that he done brought to the party with him and whatnot. So they have a whole conversation. And who rolls up? Taurian. Taurian rolls up and says, "Oh, what's going on here?" And Molly was like, "Oh yeah, this is Dro." Molly tells the whole story. Yep, me and Joe was married. We was fucking while he was married because he had an open marriage. We was fucking a lot. It was good, but we ain't together no more, and it was what it was. And Toria did not bat an eye, didn't flinch, and was like, "Okay, here for it. Come on, grown ass man, grown ass man." See, that's what you call a real grown ass man. Secure in who he is, the polar opposite of whatever the fuck struggle beard Nathan got going on. Toria was the complete opposite. Toria was like. She was like, so Molly was like, "You got a problem?" He was like, "No, you explained it. I'm good. You good? Because I'm good. We ain't got a problem over here." Here for all of it. Grown ass man. See, that's what you call grown ass man shit. That was some real grown ass man shit right there. You hear me? I was here for it. Anyway, um, so after that, coloring book, and Lawrence are with the Lion King, and she was like, "All right, I had a conversation with Issa. It was kind of weird, but everything's fine. We worked it out. But nothing bad. No, everything is good. But I'm glad we was able to talk." Lion King seemed like he ready to go to bed. You know what? It's time to go. It's time for him to go and go to bed. He don't have enough of this part. So Laura was like, "You need me to leave?" She was like, "Nah, stay. This is the last time you go see all your friends together. So you might as well stay and have a good time. I'll take Lion King on home." So her and Mufasa. So coloring book and Mufasa gone on home. And and they say so. Then Nathan and Issa was having a conversation. He was really being all weird because this is after the whole argument with him and well, not argument, but that whole pissing contest between him and Lawrence. And so the whole time he's been waiting for his friend, the other barber or whatever, to come and pick up his some keys because he lost his keys or whatever. So he goes outside, talk to the little barber friend, and give him the keys when he arrived. And the barber friend was like, and so Lawrence was like, "Yeah, Issa X in there, and he acting all weird." And so here you got the friend putting a battery in his back, not even knowing the whole story, not even hearing the whole thing. Talking about, "Oh, we need to go in there and turn this bitch up. We need to shoot him a different kind of fade, shoot him a fade, nuck if you buck, because he's here." He must be related to my good friend Evie Reviews because he was ready to nuck if you buck immediately. Okay. So he tells him, "Oh, we can go in there and shut this bitch out." And Nathan was like, "Nah, we don't need to do that. Nah, I'm good. It's fine. Whatever." So he gives him the keys and he goes back inside. So then we got Molly and Torian. They've been talking about these goddamn macaroni cheese balls that Issa got third degree first. I'm not third degree probably, but first degree burns on when she tried to bite into it real fast before the man got a chance to tell her it was too hot. Anyway, so they were like, they didn't be eating these edibles. They ate the edibles, so they, get the munchies. So they was like, "Where's the macaroni and cheese ball?" So Molly was like, "Let's go to where they keeping them all at." So they go in this room and they see all the hors d'oeuvres and they just pig out. And then they go and fuck in the other room because they think they're about to get caught. And they go in the other room and they have spontaneous, random, good sex. Like, well, before that, Molly talked about, how relationships are going in the past. Like, people start liking her at first, and then they find a way not to like her, and then it flakes out and the relationship don't work. And Torrin was like, "Well, I'm the opposite. I didn't like your ass at first, but now the more and more I'm with you, the more I like you." And so you see this happening. And I'm really liking Torian. Like after this episode really made me be like, okay, Torian, I kind of like Torian. I'm here for Torian. Torian, great episode for Torian, especially when he was on his grown man. Like he was like, okay, I don't care. I was here for it. Like Torian. We're liking Torian more and more. So I'm here for all of it. And I think what helped was the fact that they did have that edible, which allowed them to loosen up, put down their guard and just loosen up and have a good time and just be real open and honest and just be real, free to say it, whatever. So that freedom that I guess the weed allowed them to have allowed them to be open and honest with each other. And, it was great. Great stuff here with the Molly and Torian situation. Kudos to the edibles. I'm good for a good edible, honey. So then Issa it done turned night now. Issa is walking, runs into Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence stops her. Hey, we need to talk. She was like, okay. So Lawrence basically shoots his shot. Lawrence says, listen, I know I was in a when you said you didn't want to do this, I was in a bad place. Well, not in a bad place, but I had just, the baby was on the way. I had just moved, and perhaps it wasn't a good time. He said, but I'm not in that place no more. And and Issa basically told him, I don't know if that would have mattered. Like he was like, I'm not the same person, and it was so completely like I'm a card carrying member of the Lawrence Hive, and it was just too much begging and embarrassing. Like I needed some Keith Sweat in the background with him begging and shit, and the way Lawrence cut off his own testicles, put them on a silver platter, and handed them to Issa in that moment. Oh, I need you. I can't live without you. After this hooker done treated you every which way but loose, and done treated you all kinds of ways, and basically, yeah, I, I wasn't here for it. I didn't like it at all. So Issa is basically like, I can't do this with you right now. I don't even know that it even would have mattered with all of that. I wasn't in a place to be with you. I ain't want to be with you. I want to be. And so he'd be like, is you happy? Is you really happy? Is you really happy? And we know she ain't happy. Is you really happy? And as he's saying, are you happy? Are you really happy? Because he was like, I know I don't want to be without you. I love you, this, that, and the third. I thought he was going to get on the knee and propose. And have both his nuts on the silver platter alongside the goddamn engagement ring. But as he was saying, are you happy? Are you really happy? Who comes out of the blue, standing off to the side, saying, what's going on here? Struggle beard, Nathan. She was like, oh, y'all having a conversation? Issa was like, no, I was just taking out the trash. And Lawrence was like, yeah, we was having a conversation. Sure was. Problem? Nathan, that's all he needed. That's all he was already on. He was already on one, ready to go. And it was go time at that point. So masculine energy started being tossed around. Pheromones is flying through the air. The machismo is thick, and a scuffle ensued. Now, ain't nobody really touch each other. This was like a fight that you see on the baseball in Major League Baseball or in the NBA, where bitches acting like they want to fight, but they really ain't trying to fight. That's what really was going on. But there was a whole breakup because Taurian got involved, and Taurian's grabbing Lawrence, who's flailing his arms and shit. Now, Lawrence, you about a good 6'4", 6'5". Your reach is real long. You got long ass arms, long. If you really wanted to tap, bruh, on the chin, even with somebody pulling you, you're gonna tap them with them long arms. I'm just saying. And Nathan is all loud, and Issa's like Nathan, and Nathan was like, he screams. I think he said, "Give me a moment." He screamed at her and walked off, and everybody in the party was like. And so after that, he walks off, and Issa kind of is there, looking all like, ooh, weird, and it was like a real awkward moment. And so it kind of goes off from there. And I think we all collectively were left with we only got one more episode. Like, what is happening here? First of all, I hate how the writers made my boy Lawrence go out like this. Like, if this is how Lawrence is going to go out, I think we here on the Lawrence side, they better do better. Something better change. I don't want him and Issa together. Let's be clear. But I don't like how they had my boy Lawrence go out. I told y'all they don't know how to write for men. And that's one of the biggest problems on the show. They can't write for men. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen next week with the series finale. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what Issa's going to pick. She's probably not going to pick either one of them and end up by herself, which she deserves to be alone, lonely, with nobody, because she's very toxic. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's get in the comment section. Y'all catch us tonight. It's Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night tonight is 22nd. Catch us tonight on Really Be TV's channel for the panel discussion on this week's episode. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.